Building construction classification.
The construction activities in the field of architecture and civil engineering are divided into 7 groups: demolition and geotechnics, concrete, steel, masonry, insulation, openings, and finishing. The masonry group is divided into 2 sections: masonry operations and partitions.
Building construction principles. Dimensions and proportions. The ratio of height to thickness of the load-bearing wall should not exceed 15. The minimum thickness of the load-bearing wall is 220 mm and 350 mm in the basement. Walls with a thickness of less than 220 mm are considered non-structural or partition. Materials. The mortar allowed for masonry is cement sand or cement lime sand mortar, and the use of mud or mud lime mortar is prohibited. The brick must be moistened before use so that it is neither dry nor dripping wet. Principles of execution. The wall must be executed plumb and the rows of bricks must be horizontal. The thickness of the joints must be between 10 and 12 mm and completely filled with mortar. The walls must be laid simultaneously and level. The use of the toothed brick method is not allowed for continuous and intersecting walls, and in case of interruption in execution, the racking back method must be used. The intersection of the reinforced concrete tie column with wall should be made in toothed brick. Instead of the toothed brick, 2 horizontal bars with a diameter of at least 8 mm can be used for every 50 cm of the wall height. Also, the connecting bars should continue at least 30 cm into the wall mortar.
Reinforcing the wall with ribbed rebar for walls up to 3 meters high, in order to provide stability against out-of-plane loads. At least 3 ribbed rubbers or steel belts should be placed at 1/3, half and 2/3 of the wall height. The bars should be restrained in the tie column. Walls with a height of more than 3 meters should be designed according to standard. Reinforcing the wall with bed rebar. Another method of reinforcing the wall is to use bed rebar, which can be in the form of a single branch, ladder, zigzag or Z and prefabricated. The minimum required amount is 1 cross-section bar, or wire with a diameter of at least 3 mm per 0.2 square meters of wall. The covering mortar of the bed bar must be more than 15 mm to prevent weathering. Openings, chimneys and utility ducts. Openings must be determined according to the plan and installed during bricklaying. Openings should be as small as possible and located in the center of the wall. Chimneys and vents should not pass through the joist or the load-bearing wall. The area where pipes and utility ducts pass through the load-bearing wall should be less than 1/6 of the wall thickness. Otherwise, a tie column should be installed on both sides. Lintel. The lintel should be constructed according to the construction plan and with sufficient development length. The length of the support on each side must be at least 350 mm, or 1/10 of the span, whichever is greater. The width of the lintel must be equal to the wall thickness. On the basement floor, the lintel should only be made of cast-in-place concrete and connected to tie column. But on other floors it can be made of concrete, steel, reinforced masonry, or prefabricated.
Reference.